aTyr is trending. This is Monday, the 15th of September 2025, pre-market session, down 3.81%. We will hear more about what's going on Friday, the 12th. I think, okay, in the pre-market session of on Sunday's post-market trading, it reached $6.54. Yeah, okay, and it's from that sort of level that it's down 4.81%. Let's see now. As things stand right now, the oil prices is expected to cycle going all, or rather consolidate, if you like. Yeah, consolidate going all the way towards Wednesday the 24th. We don't exactly know when the news of its fishery outcomes will be announced. They just indicated it's going to be in this quarter, and fortunately, this month is the last month of the quarter, so it has to be this month if everything remains the same. Projections are saying 5.94 has already what's going on. Yeah, okay, slight upper projection 5.94. Before now we had 6.15, 6.49, 6.71. There's a good chance it may decline if anything comes out positive or negative. That's what may happen. From what we can see here, selling pressure is in effect. Clearly you can clearly see that, especially going by with this negative value on the second derivative of its 10-day moving average. It's just validating the weakness we are looking at, and the 21 period moving average, all the derivatives are negative. So selling pressure, positions opened in a very short term. Some of them have been affected, obviously. That's just what this is validating. But it seems the positions opened earlier on are still very much may still be very much intact. We can validate that by having a look at those price pressure momentum indicators. Let's see this and this. Let's see what they're telling us in the midst of all that's going on. Okay, yeah, they are still very much intact. They're still very much intact. Yeah, the positions opened, in the long term. I would say based on this chart, a couple of hours ago, let's just say sometime in August or thereabout. Yeah, much of some of those positions are still very much intact. But in the very short term, yeah, this selling pressure has affected them, especially in the last couple of days. Yeah, so that's what some of these indicators are telling us as things stand right now. So projections, we have as high as 6.71, 7.15, but if that news comes out, if the news comes out, it may, it may not print these projections, these ambitious projections, 7.61 or anything. It is now that their anticipation is building that some of the prices may be going up. So it's very really dicey. But we haven't seen any dates that the outcomes will be announced or anything like that. So let's just see how what the readout is going to say.
aTyr Pharma, aTyr, is firmly in the spotlight as anticipation builds for the top line phase 3 trial results of Efzofitimod, its lead drug candidate targeting pulmonary sarcoidosis. The community expects the data anytime this month of September 2025, making aTyr one of the most closely watched biotech stocks in September. With the binary nature of clinical trial outcomes, traders and investors are bracing for sharp volatility, either a breakout rally on positive news or a steep decline if results disappoint. On the bullish side, enthusiasm is building around multiple themes. Optimists point to the strength of the trial design, previous positive phase 2 data, and recent high profile company hires as signals that management is confident in the outcome. A successful readout could pave the way for FDA approval, significant commercial opportunities, and even potential buyout interest from larger pharmaceutical players. Traders are also focused on the stock's elevated short interest, drawing comparisons to past biotech short squeeze setups. Options traders are meanwhile eyeing bullish strategies to capture upside, with implied volatility running high ahead of the announcement. On the bearish side, skepticism is being fueled by the inherent risks of binary biotech events. Bears argue that optimism may be overextended and warn that Efzofitimod could fail to meet endpoints, leaving the company in a precarious financial position. Some skeptics highlight the possibility of a sell the news event, even if results are technically positive, as has happened with other biotech catalysts. The presence of outspoken critics, including notorious industry figures, have amplified these concerns, keeping downside risks front and center in community discussions. Across trading forums and social channels, community speculation is running hot. Some members are dissecting the underlying science and trial mechanics, while others focus purely on technical setups, options flow, and potential catalysts for a short squeeze. The heightened atmosphere has also led to chatter about possible leaks or early signals, with traders monitoring every corporate move, analyst notes, and unusual options activity for clues. Ultimately, aTyr's Phase 3 readout is shaping up to be a make or break moment for the company. The combination of biotech binary risk, elevated short interest, and intense community speculation makes aTyr one of the most volatile plays on the market heading into next week, with the potential for either a career making win or a painful lesson in biotech risk management.
Okay, so that's what's going on. Not a lot of shares are being traded. It's a bit quiet in this pre-market session for the stock, but we'll see how things go. So as the readout indicates, and as I pointed out earlier on, expect a decline, whether the news is positive or negative. If we see here, um, yeah, there's been a build up. See, going all the way back to August. You know, that's why when I showed you exactly this moving averages, some of them are they have not been affected by the weakness that may have. There was some weakness early in September. Let me see. This weakness was around between the 4th and the 10th. They were not really, these moving averages were not affected, indicating that the people that bought earlier on then, people that bought from here, I would say, if anything, at least people that bought this deep from the 20th of August, at least up till 28th to the 22nd, the current weakness hasn't affected them. You can see they're still very much in profits, and you can see some of these derivatives are all positive. You can see this 40 period moving average strongly is in a strong trend mode, and the 200 period moving average is also in a strong trend mode. So some of these guys may also, when the news comes out, they may decide to take profits, and that may ultimately affect the stock even further and may continue to print lower prices. Yeah, indeed, some people bought the dip from the 26th. I think some of them may still be in profit as well. Some of them may still be, but if the news comes out, positive or negative, expect selling pressure to occur. On the daily chart, yeah, okay. People have been buying as far back as May as well, so you have to look at this. There are several models here. You have to that's to be considered. People that bought from here from July, as a matter of fact, when that was when let's just say okay July. That was when they made an announcement. Let's see now. Okay, so this the people that bought from July, they may be affected going now, but indeed also people bought earlier than that. People bought earlier than that. Some of these guys, they may not sell. They may not sell, but if they decide to sell, then there might be a complete breakdown. So just see what you make of ATYR and be careful out there. Thank you very much for watching this video.